The Senior Bowl is a great opportunity for players to boost their draft stocks, especially the mid to later round draft picks. It helps us all get a good gauge on which players separate themselves from the pack and which players move up the ranks. And that is what happened this year in Mobile. In a lot of positional battles, we saw a lot of players have a great week, and one of the guys who I think provides some of the most intriguing upside is Florida wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. A player who I thought had a really great week in Mobile, and is a player who moved significantly up my draft board. In a deep wide receiver class, how high should he be taken? But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment and let me know what players you guys want to see me talk about in the next video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Florida is a school that really has not been very great at the wide receiver position over the last few seasons, but Pearsall has been one of their most reliable weapons. In 2022, he was Anthony Richardson's favorite target, and he finished the year with 34 receptions for 669 yards and 5 touchdowns. 2023, with Graham Mertz at the quarterback, Pearsall had another good season. He had 65 receptions for 963 yards and 4 touchdowns on the year, and after a very successful Senior Bowl week, is a player who is moving up draft boards significantly. Pearsall is very versatile in the offensive backfield. He played 460 pass snaps and split the snaps in both the slot and out wide. Florida also used him in the backfield and is a gadget type of player that can be lined up nearly anywhere for an offense. That is something that really entices me as a prospect, and I love his offensive versatility. I also love Ricky Pearsall's hands. It seemed like he was able to catch nearly everything that was thrown his way. He had really nice deep ball tracking abilities, but he was also really reliable in terms of how he would come back to the football. We saw it on display in Mobile as well, but he has the ability to be a contested catch weapon also. He is a physical wide receiver, and he offers a lot in terms of his receiving ability, which is a major plus, and he just doesn't have very many drops on his resume. Pearsall also is a very shifty route runner. He sells his routes well, and has a number of double moves that he can use to sell his routes and turn it into a big play. I love the ways in which he can gain separation, but he also can be schemed open due to his ability in the backfield, and he brings a lot to the table. He has a great release package off the line of scrimmage, and he shows the ability to beat press coverage, which I absolutely love from him. Pearsall does have suspect speed. He's not the greatest athlete in the world, and he doesn't have the speed to win down the field consistently. I think due to his hands and his abilities as a contested catch wide receiver that it neutralizes this weakness a little bit, but I want to see him be a little bit faster, because he's quick, but he isn't fast. Pearsall also didn't run a very deep route tree with Florida. He was used a lot on screens and short motion plays, and I wanted to see them push him down the field a little bit more. He showed some really nice potential, and I have no doubt that he could be a great player, but it was something I noticed nevertheless. Pearsall definitely moved up my board after his week in Alabama. I thought he answered a lot of my questions that I had about him. Coming into the week, he was a guy that I didn't really get the hype on. I didn't really see what people were seeing in him, but after seeing what he did, I really love the versatility that he can offer. He is my wide receiver 15 in the class. It's a great wide receiver class, and with the lack of athleticism and some questions about his route running, he is not higher on my list. He is my number 81 overall player in the 2024 NFL Draft. I think Pearsall is an extremely versatile weapon. He can play on the outside, he can play in the slot, and he can play wherever you want him to, and can win at all 3 levels. So like I've said throughout the entire video, I love the versatility he brings to an offense. Was used a lot on screens, he was used in the slot and outside on a basic 50-50 split. I think he fits in any offense in the NFL and could be a real stud for whoever decides to draft him. My comparison for Ricky Pearsall is Carolina Panthers wide receiver Adam Thielen. Thielen maybe is not the greatest athlete in the world, but he is a sharp route runner, and he has been one of the most reliable weapons in the NFL since he entered the league. He has extremely strong hands, and he just knows how to find the soft spots in zone and get open. I think Pearsall is built in a very similar vein. They have very similar size measurements, they both have great hands, and they're really good route runners with the versatility to play on the outside or in the slot. So Adam Thielen is my comparison. Ricky Pearsall is a very sharp route runner, and he has extremely strong hands. There's a lot to love when it comes to his game, and I think he has the upside to be a very nice player at the NFL level. Ultimately, I believe Ricky Pearsall will be a top 100 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.